What up, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy John G. Back with another one. Back with another one coming from the hot, nice weather in Orlando, Florida. I'm back in Virginia, ready to grind, ready to go to work tomorrow and do all of that type of stuff. But I am ready to talk Dallas football, most importantly. And we're going to talk about whether or not the Cowboys should sit their starters or whether they should let them play. And in my opinion, if I'm the coach of this team, we are preparing for the playoffs right now. This is our trial run this week. So I go to New York playing against a tough New York team that probably has a lot to prove against us, even though they have no chance of making the playoffs. But just to have some kind of momentum going into next season with with that roster over there. So what I do is we prepare as if we're trying to beat them. We're preparing as if we're trying to win a seed or if we're trying to get into the playoffs. And the players will be the last to know it. They're going to be the last to know whether or not I'm going to pull them. But in the back of my mind as a coach, I know that I'm being smart. So if there's anybody that's important that is limping around, we're going to pull you. You're out of the game. But for the most part, we have to craft the roster in a certain way to where we have enough numbers all the way around. Like we know at the corner position, we're pretty set there. We're pretty good. So we can kind of rotate guys pretty good and keep them fresh. Same thing with the defensive line. Um, Linebackers, probably that way as well. Um, Tight ends, I think that we're going to be pretty good there as well. You can kind of play those guys. I mean, you can kind of just play those guys and not really worry too much. Line, you might have to pull Zach Martin here and there. I know that he's banged up, so you might have to go with your swing guard there where Zach is, but Xavier will have to play left guard. Swing tackle, get Tyron up out of there. Have my backups ready. Mike White will probably be activated this week. That's what I would do. And I would also be a heavy dose of Rod Smith this week. And I forget the guy coming off a practice squad that we keep cutting and bringing back, but he's definitely going to be on the roster. He should be this week, and we get Zeke, probably get Dak and Zeke in there for about a half, and just get them up out of there, and get the backups some rep right then and there. But like I said, the starters would be the last to know that they won't be playing a whole game. They probably already have some inkling anyway, but we're gonna use this as a trial run because when the Cowboys have a bye week or players rest or as you guys saw in the preseason where a lot of the starters did not play for the most part, when it came down to us having to hit the gas, we weren't ready. And we started off to having a slow season. So what I don't want to do is go into the playoff week against most likely Seattle and not being ready for that and not hitting the ground running. So we're going to use this as a trial run this week on how we prepare, how hard we play, the type of football that we play, how tough we're going to have to be, especially with it being a cold weather game. It could kind of prepare us for the type of tough battle that Seattle is going to bring into Dallas. So that's just the way that I would approach it. How would you guys approach it? Uh, would you play the starters at all? Would you set them the whole game? Would you play them a half? Would you play them a couple series? How would you guys do it if you were the coach of this team? To sit or not to sit? That is the question. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come up with content, and make sure that you hit my brothers up: E2 Blue, Mark Holmes, Michael Anthony Fitness, Foots, Foots the King, Vosh Lombardi, Law Nation, all of those guys part of the Cowboys conglomerate. All right, guys, peace out.